This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad you're here. Sometimes life moves so fast we forget to ask ourselves the tough questions, like why we're chasing what we're chasing, or if the things we're working so hard for are actually worth the cost. Today's topic, it's one that might just stop you in your tracks, because we're talking about something that hits deep. Good is good enough, but better will make you work for it and turn you into a slave. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying ambition is bad. I'm not saying stop leveling up. I'm saying you've got to understand the cost of what better demands from you. And more importantly, who you're becoming in the process. Let's dive in. We live in a world addicted to more success, more money, more validation, more image. And social media, it's pouring gasoline on that fire. You scroll for 2 minutes and see people traveling, upgrading, flexing, and you start thinking, what I have isn't enough. Suddenly your peace becomes a problem. Your joy looks like laziness. And you start chasing better. Not from a place of vision, but from a place of pressure. That's where the trap begins. You stop appreciating your progress and start obsessing over perfection. You ignore the blessings you already have because you're distracted by someone else's highlight reel. And before you know it, you're overworking, overthinking, overextending, all for a version of success that might not even be yours. See, good provides room for gratitude. It allows space for reflection. It's the place where you can breathe, build, and belong. But better, when rooted in insecurity, becomes a brutal master. It'll have you waking up early and going to bed anxious. It'll have you saying yes when your spirit is screaming no. It'll trick you into believing that if you stop, even for a moment, you'll fall behind. Let me be real with you. Some of the most exhausted people I've met are not lazy. They're just caught in the loop of proving their worth through performance. But here's the truth. You don't have to prove anything. Your value isn't measured by your grind. Your identity isn't tied to how much you accomplish. And your calling doesn't need you to burn out in order to shine. You see, better can be beautiful, but only if it's aligned with your peace. There's a fine line between growth and greed, between striving and stressing, between moving forward and being manipulated by your own expectations. So what do? We start by asking why. Why are you chasing better? Is it out of purpose or out of pain? Are you trying to elevate or escape? Because until you deal with that core motive, better will keep you busy, but never satisfied. Healing starts when you realize that being enough is not a finish line. It's a mindset. It's knowing that what you've done, who you are, and where you're going is valid, even when it's not flashy. And let me speak to the overachievers for a second. Rest is not laziness. Balance is not mediocrity. You are not falling behind when you slow down. You're actually stepping into alignment, because when you're constantly running, you don't have time to listen. But when you pause, clarity enters. And that clarity, it'll show you the difference between what's simply better and what's truly right for you. Let's wrap this up with a word that brings it all together. Ecclesiastes 4:6 says, "Better one handful with tranquility than 2 handfuls with toil and chasing after the wind." That verse? That's the blueprint. Choose peace, choose purpose, choose presence over pressure. If this spoke to you, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear how you've been navigating this chase for better. And if you're feeling it, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs the reminder. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to be present. Peace with chicken grease.